Hey, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a nice legs flow centered on stretching and strengthening these little babies. It's pretty quick, so if you're already warmed up, that's great. Otherwise, maybe pause me for 2 minutes to take a little warm up. But whenever you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. Today we are starting in a little toe squat here. We're going to place the knees on the mat. Just be resting on the toes and this little ball of the foot right here. Rocking a little bit side to side, just kind of feeling all the toes. Getting the feet a little bit warmed up, stretched out. Finding a nice little rock here. And then we can use our hands to help with stability, or we can challenge ourselves and not use hands. We go up on the knees, maybe finding a little bit more space between the legs, squeezing the quads, the glutes. Inhale and exhale back onto the heels. And we can stay here, or we can have a little fun, rock back on our feet. So just kind of finding this flow, having fun with this a bit, warming up the legs. Getting the blood flowing already. Taking any arm movements that might feel good. Maybe we lift the hips. Whatever feels good here. Doing one more of these. And coming back onto the heels, taking the knees wide, coming into Malasana. We make our way to the front of the mat if we weren't there already. Coming into our Yogi Squat here, taking the pelvic region down to the mat, opening up, lifting the chest. Breathing nice and deep through the nose. Maybe wiggling the knees a little bit, finding a little hip mobility here. I love these little dynamic stretching points in my practice. And taking the fingertips to the mat, planting the right hand, lifting the left, gazing up above, lifting the chest, keeping the hips down towards the mat. And exhale, switching hands. Planting both hands, sending the hips up, turning the toes to face the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. We can keep the knees bent here as much as we need to. We're here for a breath. And on the next inhale, halfway lift. Extending through the crown of the head, nice and long. And exhale, planting the hands, stepping the left foot back, coming into low lunge. Checking our knee heel alignment here. Inhaling the arms above the head, exhaling, bringing them into cactus. One more time. Inhale and exhale into cactus. Maybe taking the hands to the upper part of the bum, lower back, finding a little bit deeper stretch in the exhale. Here for about 2 more breaths. Thinking of sending the left hip forward, keeping the hips square. And planting the left fingertips, taking the right hand to the knee, coming into lizard, pushing open gently that space between the hips, coming onto the outside edge of that right foot, gazing to the side or behind us. Opening through the hips. I like to find a little wiggle in this one too. And coming back through center, shifting the weight back, coming into half split, flexing that front foot, squaring off the hips. Inhaling to find length and exhaling to fold over. Raising the chest back up, shifting the weight forward, tucking the left toes, raising into high lunge. Sweeping the arms ahead, lifting the hips, not sinking into the hips, rolling the shoulders back. Exhale, opening to warrior two, checking our heel alignment. Rolling the shoulders down and back, gazing over the right fingertips. Inhale, reach forward and back, coming into peaceful warrior. And windmilling the arms around, coming into extended side angle, reaching that left arm overhead. Big breath here, big chest breath. And reaching that left arm around, clasping the hands, coming into humble warrior. Reaching those arms back, feeling the opening in the shoulders, not collapsing into the hip. Releasing the hands, windmilling the left arm around, warrior two, gazing in front. And so sweeping that left arm around, coming back into high lunge. Big inhale and exhale to fold over the leg, straightening that right leg and flexing the foot, pyramid pose. Maybe taking the left foot in a little bit, finding what feels nice here. We're here for a few breaths, keeping the hips square to the front of the mat. And one more deep exhale, flattening that foot, turning to face the side of the mat, and folding over the legs. Maybe widening our stance, always checking our alignment. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, folding over, trying to get the head to the mat. If we're nowhere near close, that's totally okay. Maybe we find a little movement here. A little bend in the knees. This is for the legs. We're getting them going. And on your next inhale, raising the chest back up, walking the fingertips over to the left side. Stepping that right foot up to meet the left, the front, the back of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to fold over the legs, planting that right foot back into low lunge. Inhaling the arms above the head. And exhaling into cactus. One more time, reach up and exhale, cactus arms. Maybe taking the hands back around to that little fleshy part back there. Sinking the hips a little bit deeper on the exhales. Keeping that right hip facing forward. Feeling the stretch in the hip flexor here. Woo. One more breath. And planting the right fingertips, coming into lizard. Gently opening that left. Ooh, I felt, maybe you heard, my hip totally pop there. That's why we gently make these movements. That definitely would have hurt if I would have forced it, but we move gently with control, with compassion for our bodies. We don't want to injure it. We're doing this for our bodies, not to injure ourselves. And coming back into low lunge, shifting the weight back, flexing that left foot. This side's always tighter for me. My left side is always much tighter. We find length on the inhale and fold on the exhale. And inhale, raising the chest back up, shifting the weight back into low lunge, tucking that right foot. Inhaling, high lunge. Not sinking into the hips, holding our integrity here, firming through the legs. Exhale, opening up, whoa, to warrior two with more control than me, please. To warrior two, checking our heel alignment. Gazing over the left fingertips. Inhale, reach forward and back. Peaceful warrior. And windmilling the arm around, extended side angle, reaching over with the right. Rotating, that's the word I was looking for. Rotating the chest open to the front of the room. Reaching that right arm behind, interlacing the fingers, humble warrior. Firming through the legs, you got this. Grounding through the outer edge of that back foot. Gently releasing, windmilling around warrior two, gaze over the left fingertips. And sweeping the right arm forward, coming into high lunge. And exhale, fold over that left foot, straightening the left leg. Pyramid pose, little variation here, foot flexed. I've been liking this one recently. Gives just an extra little stretch. Does more, I feel, more beneficial. If we want to have the foot down, that's totally okay. Inhale and exhale. One more big inhale, and on the exhale, plant that foot, bend the right knee, and make your way to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, leading with the head, finding a nice concave in the back until we are up, hands palm together, feet hip width apart. Gazing up at the hands, exhale, hands to heart center. One more breath here. And then gently releasing the hands, we shift our weight to the right foot, pick up the left ankle for a nice quadricep stretch here, opening through the chest, trying to take that ankle into the sit bones. So pushing the hips forward, thinking of pushing everything forward and pulling the ankle back. So you're feeling a huge stretch in the quadricep right here. And gently releasing, taking the left hand, peace fingers wrapped around the big toe, extending that foot long in front, keeping the hips square, taking the right arm out to the side, fingertips spread. We're strong here. And bending that left leg, coming into standing figure four, taking it over the knee. Maybe inhale, hands come to heart center. If we need a prop or the wall for stabilization, that's totally okay. We're sinking into the hips, finding a nice stretch in that left outer hip. I love this pose. Maybe gently pressing on that knee to give a little bit more of a deeper sensation. Inhale and exhale to gently fold over that leg, uncrossing, coming into forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, hands above the head. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Shifting the weight to the left leg, we take up the right ankle and do it again. Opening through the chest, gazing up, forward and up, pulling that ankle into the sit bones. And gently taking that right leg with the right hand, extending it out in front. Left arm comes to the side. Grounding through all four corners of that left foot. Keeping the hips down and square. If the left leg is bent, that's totally fine. And bending the knees, coming into standing figure 4. Finding our placement here wherever feels nice. Inhaling, hands to heart center, lifting the collarbone, spreading through the chest. Finding our stability here. Maybe gently opening that right knee with our hand. Ooh. One more inhale and exhale to gently fold over the legs, uncrossing them, and finding a seat. Extending both legs in front of us, toes flexed towards the ceiling. Inhale, the hands above the head, and exhale, fold over both legs. Taking a few deep breaths here, keeping the quadriceps tight so we get more of a stretch in the hamstring. That opposition. The effort and ease. I guess I like that theme lately. And inhale, raising up, taking that right leg into the right foot, into the left inner thigh, keeping our hips square and folding over the left leg. Taking nice deep breaths. Maybe finding some wiggles. And coming back up, taking the right knee over the left leg for a little twist here. Left hand can be up towards the ceiling, can be down here, can be fixing our hair, whatever we want it to be. And gently coming back through center, switching legs. Inhale, squaring the hips, and exhale, folding over. Inhale, coming back up, taking that left leg over the right for a twist on this side. Starting to slow down the breath. And coming back through center, taking the soles of the feet together for bound angle. Maybe butterflying the legs a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this short little flow for the legs. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like this video, subscribe, turn on your notifications for more, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.